Hello, everyone. My name is Laura Mitchell, and I am a science teacher in a small town in New Hampshire. I teach biology and chemistry, and I've always valued truth, logic, and critical thinking. However, an event that happened to me a few months ago completely changed how I view life, death, and what lies beyond. It was just an ordinary Saturday morning, and I went out for my usual jog around the neighborhood. Suddenly, I felt a sharp pain in my chest and collapsed to the ground. Later, I learned that I had suffered cardiac arrest due to a congenital defect that had gone undetected. In that moment, I felt myself leaving my body. I could see the paramedics working hard to save me, but I felt an overwhelming sense of peace and calm. Then, I found myself moving through a dark tunnel toward a bright, radiant light. I entered a place so beautiful that words could never do it justice. The air was filled with vibrant colors, more vivid than anything I had ever seen, and a soft, heavenly music played in the background. Everything radiated love. There I saw my grandmother, who had passed away when I was a teenager. She looked youthful and full of life. She hugged me and told me she was proud of the person I had become. However, she also said it wasn't my time to stay because I still had an important mission to complete on Earth. She took my hand and led me to what looked like an enormous stadium. At its center, I saw a figure glowing with indescribable light, Jesus. Standing before him, I felt the purest love and acceptance. Jesus smiled and told me he had something important to show me. Jesus guided me through what he called the third heaven, a resting place for souls after death. He explained that this was a transitional realm, divided into different areas. The peaceful zone, reserved for souls who had lived good lives filled with love and kindness. They rested in bliss, preparing for their next steps in the spiritual journey. The learning zone, a place for souls needing spiritual growth and healing. They were guided by angelic beings who helped them overcome past mistakes and learn important lessons. The shadow zone, a somber area where restless souls resided, those who had turned away from love and light during their lives. They weren't being punished, but they felt the absence of God's love. Even here, Jesus showed me how angels gently reached out to help these souls find their way back to the light. Jesus emphasized that no soul is ever beyond redemption. His love and forgiveness extend to everyone, even those in the darkest places. Jesus shared a profound truth with me. Every act of kindness, forgiveness, and love we choose in life shapes our soul and our journey beyond this world. It's not about rigid religious rules, but about living with compassion, generosity, and humility. He also made it clear that death is not an ending, but a transition to something far more beautiful. Our earthly life is a unique opportunity to learn, grow, and love deeply. After showing me these truths, Jesus said I needed to return and share this message with others. My grandmother hugged me one last time before I was pulled back through the tunnel. Moments later, I woke up to the sound of paramedics reviving me with a defibrillator. I had been clinically dead for over 5 minutes. This experience transformed me. I no longer fear death. Instead, I cherish every moment of life. I try to live with kindness, patience, and an open heart. I see challenges not as curses, but as opportunities to grow and become more loving. I want to share this message. No matter where you are in life, you are deeply loved. No one is ever beyond hope, and every one of us has the chance to turn toward the light. Death is not the end, it is the beginning of something even more extraordinary. Laura Mitchell's story is more than a near-death experience. It is a reminder of the power of love, forgiveness, and kindness in our lives. Let's spread this message and make our world brighter, one act of love at a time.